Welcome to the United States of America, a land known for boundless opportunities, freedom of religion, and rich diversity. In this melting pot of cultures and beliefs, the Indian American community has thrived, enriching the landscape of America with timeless Hindu traditions, universal values, and a spirit of unity. Over the past 150 years, mandirs have risen as beacons of spiritual strength and cultural preservation, nurturing Hindu values and traditions in America. One such beacon is the BAPS Swaminarayan Akshardham in Robbinsville, New Jersey. Envisioned by His Holiness Pramukh Swami Maharaj and fulfilled under the leadership of His Holiness Mahant Swami Maharaj. Akshardham stands as an enduring symbol of love and unity, preserving age-old traditions while sharing universal messages of peace, hope, and harmony for all generations to come. Join us as we embark on a journey of discovery of the BAPS Swaminarayan Akshardham, exploring the depth of its spirituality, the beauty of its architecture, and the universality of its messages.
Hello everyone, I'm Jamin Brumbut.
And I'm Raki Patel.
From the landmark BAPS Swaminarayan Akshardham in Robbinsville, New Jersey.
To your homes from all around the world.
Welcome to today's Spotlight. Can you believe it, Rocky? We're just days away from the grand dedication of the BAPS Swaminarayan Akshardham right here in Robbinsville, New Jersey. The campus is filled with anticipation, and every day has been a mosaic of vibrant events and heartwarming moments.
Absolutely, Jamin. Everywhere I look, I see faces full of smiles. And to think that this 185-acre campus, echoing with stories and celebrations, was brought to life by the hands and hearts of the 12,500 volunteers. It's simply awe-inspiring.
Yes, and let's not forget, these volunteers and devotees were and continue to be inspired by the visionary guidance of BAPS leaders, His Holiness Pramukh Swami Maharaj and His Holiness Mahant Swami Maharaj.
You know, I'm proud to say that you and I are just two of those 12,500 volunteers that contributed in our own unique ways.
So now let's get started with our first segment, Voice of Volunteers, where we spotlight stories of individual volunteers that help make Akshardham what it is today.
I hate getting out of the bed, and I'm so comfortable and warm and cozy that every day I'm like, I don't want to go. I can wait another 10 minutes. And I start my alarm purposely like 30 minutes in advance so I can keep snoozing until the time I actually have to get up. I got up in the morning, got ready, did my puja, and every morning I'm usually late for everything. So my mom would just pack my stuff for a smoothie and lunch or anything that I wanted to go. So I'd make my smoothie and be out the door. My name is Anjali Patel. I'm from Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and I'm a site volunteer. Being a site volunteer means to me being a part of something bigger than myself. So I was scared that I wouldn't be part of everybody else, I wouldn't know who to talk to. And as soon as I got there, they were so welcoming. They're like, oh, what's your name? Oh, where are you from? What are you doing? And we played Antakshari our first day, and we didn't even really know each other. And we're just playing games and then talking about random things in our lives. And it's like, while we're doing this seva, it's not just seva, seva, seva. It's also getting to know people and creating these bonds with them. I don't know what a screwdriver is. I don't know what a hammer is. I couldn't cut a tile. So knowing that I know what these different tools are, I know how to use them, and I know that if I were to ever come across it, I wouldn't shy away from it thinking I'm not capable, because I know now that I'm more than capable to at least try. It felt exciting that I got to know I can do so many different things, and it's not like just one skill that I learn. I get to learn so many things along the way, and I had so many mentors there to teach me how to do it. When you see everything coming together, I'm not doing anything, but when I'm with a team of people and we're all doing something together and completing a task, I'm like, oh wow, we did this. If I were to point right now, I would tell you right there, Siddhi and I put our first peacocks up together at that Jadukho. Bhagwan has done everything for us, meaning my family, and shaping me to who I've become today. Because I remember a time in our lives where we were lost, and I do remember being lost, and I felt like I had nobody. And every day my mom would tell us, you have Bhagwan, you have him in a way that nobody else has him. After coming out of that period of our lives, I turned it around where it's like, there's so much more to life, and he's the reason that I have everything that I have right now, or everything that I want to be, it's because of him. Before I got here, I would say I felt pretty alone. Like I was not a social person, and I didn't like talking to people because I'm very shy to begin with. And as soon as I came here, it was like something broke outside of me where I felt like I wanted to be part of this community. Last year, and then that's this year. One of my favorite memories is having celebrated Rakshabandhan together from last year and this year, and we got to see the completion of Akshardham from the back of the photo. You can see it. So with Bayu and his wife Chinky, we took a picture together last year, and I look at it now and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe that's what it looked like. And then we took a picture this year, and I'm like, we're literally standing right in front of it from what it looked like last year. This was one of my favorite memories because it was, I think, around last spring. It was really cold out, and we had always been talking about wanting to go to the beach. And this was with the people that I live with, and it was just a spontaneous trip. We're like, let's go, we can do it. And we're like, it was just really nice to get to see the sunrise together. And then after that, we got bagels and we got to come home. One of the people that I met, she is a mom. She had a full-time job, and she quit that to come to do site. And she had come during the summer, and she would be here every single day, day in, day out. And she would be here before we even got here because we would like kind of drag our feet when it was too cold or whatever. And she would be there, get everything set up. And then as soon as we got there, she was there. She was like, let's get to it. What's our goal for today? Let's get it done. And she was always just such a positive influence that I was like, I can't believe she's so positive all the time, because I sometimes feel like I want to drag my feet after lunch because I'm full. I need to take a nap now. It was so inspirational to see how much mehma she had to be doing seva that it motivated us to like do it together. So we would start up a playlist, and one of the playlists that we created was called God Loves You Beta, and on Spotify it was like on repeat all the time. And we would like to throw it back with like old bhajans that we remember from when we were kids. So it's really like wholesome to listen to those. Here it's like you have to communicate because you're never gonna get anything done if you don't tell someone else what needs to get done or how you're gonna get it done. So just going through like the chain of things and seeing how like communication plays such a big role on it. This Akshardham is different to me because it's, as you said earlier, it's right up here in my backyard. It's not like I have to book a flight and go across the country to see it. I'm just driving down the road and I get to see it here. I'm so excited for when I go home and my brother tells me like, oh, we can't do this, we have to hire someone to do this. I'm gonna be like, I can do it, you just wait. And I think I'm gonna build myself a closet. If I were to, I would wanna get a woodcutter and make a bigger closet for myself. The other thing I wanted to mention was not just a person, but that entire team that we were with up on Jagti. It made me feel like I found a group of people that like make me want to be me.
Wow, I got goosebumps listening to that story. Truly a testament to the strength and dedication of women all around. It's heartening to think of the countless women who poured their time, energy, and love into Akshardham, each leaving their unique mark.
Absolutely, Rakhi. And speaking of the incredible contributions of the female volunteers, today's program is a shining example, crafted, curated, and brought to life entirely by them.
The program, called Celebrating Women, highlighted the significant contributions of Indian American women to the fabric of the American communities in which they live.
Offering service is the highest form of a religious duty. Seva paramo dharma. This principle is first learned at home. Children learn to serve and honor elders from what they observe at home. Seeing the spirit in individuals as they perform various sevas at mandir also strengthens our spirit to serve selflessly. Seva can be performed in many ways. Each of us may have different skills and capacities with which we do seva, but it is the intent with which we do seva, why and how we do seva, that is far more important than what seva is performed.
शिक्षक पोषक रक्षक युगों युगों तक अक्षरधाम।
put on this hard hat, it felt like it didn't belong on my head. And I was assigned to do waterproofing seva on the domes. I have never been scared of heights, but as I climbed all the way up to the domes with my hard hat on, I found myself thinking, would I actually be able to do this? Slowly, I began to feel a little more natural. The people around me, they helped me learn how to do my seva with the right thoughts, and I found myself approaching my seva with a stronger sense of faith. This seva has given me a newfound sense of confidence and strength. I've learned that through faith, we can rise beyond our fears and accomplish more than we could ever imagine.
Little did I know that as I worked on each stone, I was also working on myself. I learned to be focused, persistent, sincere, and always willing to work on myself. I may have given my time and skill to this seva, but this seva has given me back so much more. It taught me to approach each situation with humility, patience, and a growth mindset. This seva taught me to always keep working on myself.
Seva has taught me that with unity, anything is possible, and that with that comes strength and the ability to be a part of something magical and everlasting.
Hopeful that all 12,500 of us volunteers can carry forward the spirit of seva and continue to serve selflessly.
A mother's hands are always hard at work, grasping future potential while keeping a grip on the present moment. You see, a mother's hands do so much more than pinch and prod. These hands, they restore and repair, joining together to help others. These hands, they extend and embrace, warmly welcoming, with love and without judgment. These hands, they smooth and soothe, lovingly lightening the load for others. These hands, they lift and uplift, confidently carrying the community forward. For generations, a mother's hands, our hands, have stayed steady in selfless service. And it's our hands that have gently guided many others to do the same. Whether they are clapping, snapping, or tapping, whether they are folded in prayer or busy in preparations, whether they are holding firm or learning to let go, these hands, our hands, carry forward the timeless principle of seva. सेवा से है हमारी पहचान, सेवा से है हमारी शान।
संस्कारों की परंपरा को गुरु हरि रखे जीवंत, संस्कारों की परंपरा को गुरु हरि रखे जीवंत। अक्षर बाग में फूल खिले हम प्रकट मिले भगवंत, हो अक्षर बाग में फूल खिले हम प्रकट मिले भगवंत। माली हमारे प्रमुख महंत जी वंदन सहजानंदी सन, हो माली हमारे प्रमुख महंत जी वंदन सहजानंदी संत। नमो नमः प्रमुख स्वामी जी, महंत स्वामी जी वंदन सहजानंदी संत। संस्कारों की परंपरा को गुरु हरि
Forward. The world is always moving forward. Rapidly, frantically, bullishly. As mothers, we try to keep pace. Always on the move, always on our feet. But these feet, no matter the distance they travel or the races they run, these feet manage to remain grounded in our traditions, firmly rooted in our culture, standing tall with our heritage. As mothers, we protect and preserve this legacy, not just by standing guard, but also by standing proud of our purposeful living, proud of our Vedic values, proud of our Sanatan Sanskriti. And we stand proud of the mandirs that ensure these customs flourish and these values nourish. Mandirs teach us to live intentionally, encourage us to celebrate authentically, guide us to thrive spiritually. Akshardham inspires us to rise above while remaining rooted for generations to come. संस्कृति से है हमारी पहचान, अक्षरधाम से है हमारी शान।
अक्षरधाम की पत्थर पत्थर गूंजे सारा जयकारा घनश्याम की।
Mandirs have preserved our Sanskriti for centuries. Through carvings that depict stories from ancient Hindu scriptures, or through the rituals of arti, thard, and devotional offerings. Through dhyan and pratna, mandirs have served as places that strengthen our faith and preserve our past. Today, in this legacy of inspiration and preservation of our Sanskriti, Akshardham takes form on American soil. Like the mandirs of the past, Akshardham will help sustain a profound connection with our ancient roots and heritage. Hinduism champions universal values such as faith, unity, harmony, and respect for all, believing that the divine resides in all and that the world is one family. Akshardham will serve as an educational center that will serve and inspire compassion, respect, and diversity in our nation's youth. And beyond being just a beautiful architectural marvel, Akshardham will serve as a living embodiment of our Sanskriti.
संस्कारों की परंपरा को गुरु हरि रखे जीवंत। संस्कारों की परंपरा को गुरु हरि रखे जीवंत। अक्षर बाग में फूल खिले हम प्रकट मिले भगवंत। हो अक्षर बाग में फूल खिले हम प्रकट मिले भगवंत। माली हमारे प्रमुख महंत जी वंदन सहजानंदी सन। हो माली हमारे प्रमुख महंत जी वंदन सहजानंदी संत। नमो नमः प्रमुख स्वामी जी महंत स्वामी।
It is my honor to introduce Dr. Purvi Parikh, a renowned allergist and immunologist at NYU School of Medicine.
As I arrived, I was so warmly greeted by all of the volunteers and seeing the sunset over the Mahamandir. I felt immediately at peace and very calm. And I know, that's one of the goals of spirituality of this place, of this community. Also got a deep experience in having pride in my faith, right? Of knowing what it is to be Hindu and Hinduism and all of its tenets of giving back and community. And really, places like Akshardham remind you of that, and they remind you of your purpose. I am inspired by this community and hope to be part of the Akshardham community for many years to come.
संस्कारों की बहती गंगा शिशु युवा जन जन में ओ शिशु युवा जन जन में हाँ मंदिर का उपकार अनंत संस्कृति के रक्षण में मंदिर का उपकार अनंत संस्कृति के रक्षण में सेवा जीवन शैली हमारी हाँ सेवा जीवन शैली हमारी सबके हित चिंतन में संस्कारों की बहती गंगा शिशु युवा जन जन में ओ शिशु युवा जन जन में हाँ मंदिर का उपकार अनंत संस्कृति के रक्षण
So much has changed through generations, but a mother's identity, our identity, is timeless. Whether it's our balu, our hands, or our feet, our identity carries the essence of sanskar, seva, and sanskriti. We work tirelessly to pass these parts of our identity on. The strength of sanskar, the selflessness of seva, the sanctity of sanskriti. These are the fundamentals that have remained unchanged, everlasting like Prithvi, Jal, Vayu, Tej, and Akash, ever present like Samay, forevermore like motherhood. Many wonder how, others may wonder why, but we know. As the protectors and the preservers, as the guardians and the guides, as the advocates and the ambassadors, we know that with a place like Akshardham, we have a permanent source for this timeless wisdom. With a place like Akshardham, we can be confident that the principles of sanskar, seva, and sanskriti will carry forward forever. With a place like Akshardham, we celebrate unique inspiration, boundless spirit, and our collective identity. संस्कार, सेवा और संस्कृति से है हमारी पहचान, अक्षरधाम ही है हमारी शान.
सुनो रे सुनो गाथा गाथा अक्षरधाम की पत्थर पत्थर गूंजे सारा जयकारा घनश्याम की सुनो रे सुनो गाथा गाथा अक्षरधाम की पत्थर पत्थर गूंजे सारा जयकारा घनश्याम की जयकारा घनश्याम की जयकारा घनश्याम की
Please join me in welcoming the dynamic Ms. Bal as I request her to address the assembly.
Today, watching all these beautiful performances, I feel so moved and so reminded of the commitment that my parents made to me to foster a deep love of culture. So thank you all for your seva and devotion, and for the reminder today that without seva, my career in self-expression really is nothing. It doesn't mean anything. So please give yourself a round of applause for everything you've done.
I would like to ask Ms. Megha Rao to address the assembly this evening.
But today, I met so many women that gave me a new understanding of what strength and power really means. I saw young girls, 20 years old, that have left college for a few years to come here to do seva. They're wearing pink hats, boots on the ground, and they're in it, and they're here to really make a difference and to inspire generations to come through the work that they've done to preserve our culture so that it lives on. And that is truly the ultimate form of strength and power, especially for women. So really, congratulations to all of you.
शिक्षक पोषक रक्षक युगों युगों तक अक्षरधाम।
What an incredible program, Rocky. But wasn't there another really cool event that happened today that grabbed everyone's attention?
Absolutely, Jamin. You're referring to the Nagar Yatra. Imagine a grand and festive procession, traditionally weaving through city streets. Today, it beautifully went through the streets of the Akshardham campus. But instead of just painting a picture with words, let's dive right into a video and let the visuals speak for themselves. What an empowering showcase. As we transition, let's remember that every corner of Akshardham echoes with stories, not just of its volunteers, but also its visitors. In our next segment, Voice of Attendees, we listen to those personal experiences.
So let's dive deep into their experiences and feel the pulse of the AkDm Oct3 and the Festival of Inspirations from their unique perspective.
This is the eighth wonder of the world in my mind.
It's truly just a place, it's a magical place.
I don't have words to describe what the volunteers here are doing.
And it was mesmerizing. Nothing can explain that feeling for me.
My name is Guy Chiarello. I'm the Chief Operating Officer for a company called Fiserv. It's not the number of breaths you take in your life, it's the number of times your breath gets taken away. And I would say today, when I went behind those walls and I saw what was being built, and I realized it was being built by volunteers, and I realized that it was built overseas and brought here and put back together like a jigsaw puzzle, it really told me that this is the eighth wonder of the world, and not just because of the structure, but because of how it happened. So I walk away today as someone who lives 5 miles from here, watched this happen from the ground up, through the trees, not necessarily, on the inside, and I get to come here and watch it almost at its conclusion. And I will go home tonight and scratch my head and say, how did they do this? How could this have happened in the way that it did? And I feel terrific. I mean, it was one of the best afternoons of my life.
At a loss of words. Today was really, really, really special, not just for me, but for my mom, and seeing the smile on my grandparents' face is just really awesome. I'm Swayamranjit Bhatia, also known as Sway. I'm an actress. Having a place like Akshardham is just so important. I think it's truly just a place, it's a magical place. Really, when I walked into this place today, I felt empowered. I think this place helps you feel true to yourself. I think especially growing up, when I started around the age of 5 or 6 as a professional actress, I didn't see as much of what I looked like on the screen. Being able to inspire others that aren't even Indian, being able to inspire them with our culture is really an important feeling. It is very hard to go back to India and travel to our homeland. Having this as like a second home in a way is just so important.
My name is Ankur Vedya. I serve as the chairman of the Federation of Indian Associations. My experience always is very divine visiting the Akshardham temples. It's always peaceful and very tranquil experience to come here, close your eyes, to clear your head. As we were touring the construction site, we saw a lot of volunteers provide selfless service here, which was very touching. I don't have words to describe what the volunteers here are doing. I've seen a lot of ladies driving the quads, the electrical vehicles, wearing hard hats. It gives you a whole different perspective on the women of our community. I encourage our community, the women of the community, to come and see how remarkable of a job the women volunteers of BAPS are doing.
Hi, I'm Priya Kumari. I'm a children's author and I publish books on Indian culture and values. Once you enter into BAPS, not today, like every time, every day, whenever you enter, it's always smiling faces that you see. And no matter how hard they have worked, how long hours they have stood there, but that smile always remains. And that will make your day. Like every time you come here, even today, I don't know, I have seen hundreds and hundreds of volunteers everywhere managing the logistics, the flow of the program and everything, and it's just amazing to see how it's managed. The tent holds 10,000 people, and managing such number of people is beyond words. Like how these volunteers are doing it day and night, and they are from all over the place, and it's so inspiring to hear their stories. Like the kids are there and they're volunteering here, and then they swap with their husbands. It's very, very inspiring. The seva bhav that I see here is what I want to see in my children as well.
The first feeling I felt when I first came and walked into Akshardham is just pure bliss. I instantly felt at peace from within. And I first came in with my mom for our vidhi, so I was sitting next to her and all we could do was just cry looking at Maharaj's murti. I don't think there was many words that came to us at the time. So from 2012 to now, I've seen this place come to life from ground up. And now finally, the unveiling of Maharaj's murti has been definitely the cherry on top.
અદ્ભુતમ આવું કાર્વિંગ તો ક્યારેય કદાચ જોવો મુશ્કેલ છે એટલે પથ્થરે પથ્થરે જે સત્સંગ કરાવવાનો છે એ સત્સંગ કદાચ આ અક્ષરધામથી જ થાય એવું લાગે છે. એનું કાર્વિંગ જ એવું છે કે જોઈને લોકોને એટલું બધો આનંદ ને આશ્ચર્ય લાગશે કે જાણે મેં કોઈ દિવસ આવું જોયું જ નહીં હોય એવું અદ્ભુત નકશીકામ થયેલું છે અને એને કારણે પણ કદાચ સત્સંગની વૃદ્ધિ થાય. પથ્થરથી જે સત્સંગ છે કદાચ આ અક્ષરધામથી જ એ સત્સંગ થાય એવું લાગે છે.
Initially walking into the Akshardham Mahamandir for the first time, you can just sense an overwhelming aura of peace. And today I'm here volunteering as a spot guide, and you can really tell and, you can learn to understand the stories that these pillars really tell.
When I first came for darshan here, I felt very at peace. And while I'm doing seva here, I feel very honored because I get to share a small piece of my culture and my heritage with everybody who walks through this Akshardham. And I'm particularly doing seva here at the Mukta Dome, so Mukta Mandapam. And here we are explaining all the stories from Bhagwan Swaminarayan's time. So for example, we have Jobam Pagi back here, and Bhagwan Swaminarayan actually transformed his whole entire life. And today he is standing here at Akshardham, inspiring everybody who walks through here to do darshan and who's here to do seva.
Honestly, coming here is a feeling that it's just so hard to put into words. Like the first time that I saw the murtis, you're overcome with a sense of like peacefulness and serenity. Like you walk in through the doors and you can feel the divinity, the beauty in every ounce of this building. And so it's a place where I can come and I know that I can like sit and journal, or I can meditate, or I can come to one with my thoughts. The expressions that people have on their faces, I feel like they speak for themselves. Like I can talk about what I see in the Mahamandir and I can talk about what things look like, but when people see it for the first time, there's just no way to describe the awe of the beauty or the greatness of just what you feel in the air surrounding you. Like I have seen people come to tears looking at the murti for the first time, and I have seen people that are touched wishing that their loved ones could be here to celebrate with them. I have seen people that have all sorts of emotions, and it's honestly the most heartfelt, wholesome experience that I could ever imagine for anyone coming here.
Did you know that there's a treasure trove of inspirational content waiting for you on the BAPS social media channels?
Absolutely, Jamin. Whether it's Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Medium, and even LinkedIn, dive in, engage, and don't forget to share your own special Akshardham moments with us.
As we draw closer to the conclusion of today's spotlight, let's embark on another journey, diving deep into the heart of the Akshardham campus.
Today, in our In Detail segment, we'll be unveiling the wonders of the BAPS Sri Swaminarayan Mandir, a jewel nestled right here within the Akshardham campus in Robbinsville, New Jersey.
Inaugurated by His Holiness Pramukh Swami Maharaj in 2014, this mandir is a hub of rich Swaminarayan traditions. It vibrantly hosts Hindu rituals like Aarti 5 times a day and Thal, or offerings of food to Bhagwan.
It's one of my favorite places to practice my faith and a point of reflection. Let's not keep the viewers waiting any longer. Here's a detailed look at the Robbinsville, New Jersey BAPS Sri Swaminarayan Mandir.
Welcome to BAPS Swaminarayan Akshardham, a landmark of Hindu architecture and culture. The BAPS Sri Swaminarayan Mandir is located on the Akshardham campus in Robbinsville, New Jersey. A mandir is a Hindu place of worship, with its name translating to where the mind can stand still. As we delve into its beauty and serenity, we hope you will understand why countless visitors from all backgrounds are left with a sense of peace and inspiration. The concept of this mandir was envisioned in 1997 by His Holiness Pramukh Swami Maharaj. Construction started in 2010 with the meticulous assembly of 68,000 cubic feet of hand-carved Italian Carrara marble. The mandir and its marble are protected from the elements by an outer building that is equally as intricate. Stones were shipped to Rajasthan, India, where they were transformed into intricate works of art by skilled artisans, subsequently numbered and shipped back to Robbinsville to be placed together in the grand design seen today with the help of thousands of volunteers. These carved stones are more than mere works of art. They embody the teachings of the ancient Vedic scriptures, transforming the mandir into a center of understanding Hindu art, history, and philosophy. Every carving has a deeper meaning, like the scenes from the Hindu Ramayana and Mahabharata, the life of Bhagwan Swaminarayan. Animals like peacocks to symbolize beauty and spirituality, and various floral and geometric patterns to add beauty to the surroundings. The mandir was dedicated on August 10th, 2014 by His Holiness Pramukh Swami Maharaj, and today thrives under the spiritual guidance of His Holiness Mahant Swami Maharaj. Within the mandir, sacred images of deities, known as murtis, find their home. Each murti is sanctified and revered in the spirit of Hindu traditions. These include Bhagwan Sri Swaminarayan and Gunatitanand Swami, Bhagwan Sri Krishna and Radhikaji, Bhagwan Sri Shiva and Parvatiji, Bhagwan Sri Ram and Sitaji, Hanumanji, Ganapatiji, and the lineage of the enlightened spiritual gurus of BAPS. These murtis are more than mere representations. Once consecrated, they are considered a living form of the divine. Swamis and devotees offer worship, sing devotional songs, adorn them daily with garments and food offerings, and perform the ritual of Aarti. Today, the Robbinsville Mandir continues to illuminate the spiritual path for all who visit. As you walk through its halls, you are not merely witnessing art, architecture, and culture. You are experiencing centuries of tradition and timeless spirituality.
Rocky, as today's spotlight dims, I'm left with the feeling that every corner of Akshardham holds a point of inspiration.
You're absolutely right, Jamin. And with each episode, we're privileged to share with you, our viewers, the vast tapestry of inspiration. It's not merely about the structures. It's about the heartbeat of the volunteers, the joy of the attendees, the enduring spirit, the rich culture, and the cherished memories that last a lifetime.
And there's so much more awaiting us for the rest of the week. From the heart of Akshardham to the warmth of your homes, we invite you to join us again as we continue our journey through the Festival of Inspirations and the dedication of BAPS Swaminarayan Akshardham.
Namaste and Jai Swaminarayan.